And the ball's tipped off, and it's a Falcon possession. Tegan Cunningham with the ball. Jackie Smith. Forced out by Melbourne. Back with Bridget Ardrossi, back to Jacqueline Smith at the top. Falcons running to open the space up for Ardrossi. She does, and 2 points. Shot from Perry Kelker was no good, but the Falcons turn it over on the fast break. Shot no good from Melbourne. Quick transition from the Falcons. And they weren't able to hold on to it. Tipped out over the baseline and Melbourne ball. Emily Suckling brought the ball out. Bridget Ardrossi cutting it off in front of Perry Kelker. Talia Higgs on recipient of the pass from Jackie Smith, and she scores 2 points. And there's a quick timeout to the Melbourne Tigers. Grantley Bernard coaching them today. And we have the 12-2s. So court assistants today is the 12-2 girls. Ladies and gentlemen, your court attendants for today are the 12-2 girls. So thank you, girls, for being there. So Jacqueline Smith inbound, brings the ball through. Falcons looking to run off screens. Marley Hayes, three-point attempt, doesn't go. Perry Kelker with the ball. Gets the rebound, but is stolen by Bridget Ardrossi. And the ball spills out over the baseline. Falcons ball. Quick inbound into Talia Higgs. She makes the 2 points. So the Falcons out to a 6-0 now, make that 8-0 break. Two very, very quick baskets. Another trap, another steal, this time from Bridget Ardrossi. Tegan Cunningham with another 2 points. So very quickly, and another steal. Bridget Ardrossi again, but a bad pass. Just trying to do too much with it, but too cute. Quick ball movement through Melbourne. They drive. Marley Hayes with the block. Falcons in a zone on the inbound. Chloe Little makes light of that and scores 2 points. Ball in Tegan Cunningham's hand, outside shot, 3-point doesn't go. Marley Hayes picks up the rebound. Off to Jacqueline Smith, into Bridget Ardrossi. Ardrossi drives, puts the shot up, doesn't go, but she picks up the foul. That's the first foul of the quarter. So, which goes against the what we've been seeing so far in most of the games, as Ardrossi puts the first one through. So most games so far this season, across all divisions, there have been lots of fouls in the first quarter. Players have been told that the referees are following a slightly different point of emphasis this year, as the Tigers get their first points on the board. And down the other end, foul again. So going to the basket is Tegan Cunningham, going to the foul line. She makes the first. And the second. Already the Falcons shooting a high percentage at the foul line, as there's another steal, but a foul on Jacqueline Smith. Gemma Wright, three-point attempt misses. Rebound Cunningham, back to Jacqueline Smith. Smith looks for Hayes. Cuts back to Cunningham at the top of the key. Cunningham drives and is fouled on the drive. You know. And she scores. So that's, again, I don't think she's missed at this point from the foul line. So as she gets another intercept, back down to Bridget Ardrossi, she's running hard, tosses the ball up to Talia Higgs. Doesn't go, she picks up the Ardrossi picks up the rebound on the follow through and is fouled. First basket good. And the second. And the second. This is really dangerous signs for Melbourne at the moment. And there's Chloe Little taking the shot from the elbow. She's back, got the ball back again. They're kicking it round. Gemma Wright drives, kicks back to Chloe Little, and 2 points. That was much better ball movement there. Claire Lambie onto the floor, kicks it out. It's with Cunningham, 2 points. Lambie fails to stop Gemma Wright as she's coming down the floor. Right back out. Now it's in deep corner. Lambie with a steal, over to Ardrossi. Ardrossi looking down the floor at Jacqueline Smith, over to Talia Higgs. Talia drives, kicks back to Ardrossi, ball not good. Drossi able to handle the juggled ball out to Cunningham. Cunningham 2 points. Dumped on the floor after the shot. Refs don't take any notice of it. Drossi comes out, puts enough pressure on to force a bad pass and a turnover. Again, Grantley Bernhard not happy at this point in time with what's going on. And Drossi looks for the shot. Doesn't go. Ball comes off Falcons and it's a Tigers ball. So going through hands with Gemma Wright. And Mel Pryor puts the shot up, doesn't go. Rebounded Cunningham. Cunningham's pass intercepted. Then stolen by Jackie Smith. Jackie Smith puts the 2 points in. Gemma Wright bring it down. Stolen again by Claire Lanby. Over to Cunningham, 2 points. Another timeout, this time to the Melbourne Tigers. So our first quarter, and already Grantley has called two timeouts. Okay, and I'm joined in commentary here by Maisie. Maisie is one of the 14-4 girls, the under-14 girls, and she's all hot and bothered from having a really hard training session. How did you go on Friday night there, Maisie?
Yep. Good, thank you. We won. That was a good win, and my dad helped coach half of the game, so...
Yes, and I thought he did a very, very good job too. So he knew what was going on. So, and the other coach was very impressed with the team as well.
Thank you.
That's good. So, how do you see this game so far?
Oh, so far I think Waverley's doing very well.
As the shot comes up from Mel Pryor, Claire Lambie with a rebound. She kicks across to Jacqueline Smith. Jacqueline looks at the basket. Probably not what Ilias Palianos would have considered to be the best choice on the shot there, with Tegan Cunningham being available down in deep corner. But at this point, with a 26-6 lead, I guess he's probably said to the girls just go out and have fun, giving them license to take a shot. As Gemma Wright puts the shot up, and she's normally a very reliable shooter. Tegan Cunningham drives on Wright, 2 points. Sally Lang onto the floor for the first time, manages to wrap the ball up, and we have a jump ball. Possession goes though with the Melbourne Tigers. Three-point attempt, rebound by Lambie. Lambie driving hard, kicks the ball ahead, and 2 points. She should have kicked the ball ahead, shouldn't she? She had Cunningham in front of her.
Yes. Yeah.
They're the situations, Maisie, that that if a coach sees you go on your own, you've got to make the shot. Ball goes up from the Tigers. Rebounded Cunningham. Over to Lambie. Lambie, 3-shot attempt doesn't go. There's a clash of bodies on the court. 2 players down, Gemma Wright and Cunningham. Both appear hurt. There is a foul though against Cunningham. She's up on her feet. Gemma Wright, unfortunately, is hobbling. Looks like she may have to come off. She's either landed badly on her ankle or on her knee, and I rather suspect that might be her for the game. And sterling work there from the under 12 twos on the end of the mop. Your sister?
No, my sister's on the other side.
So we'll see her in action at some stage, I'm certain.
Hopefully.
So now a slightly under-strength Melbourne team brings the ball in. The 3-point attempt was no good. Rebounded by the Falcons. Kicking the ball quickly in. Nadine Youssef on the floor. Back to Sally Lang, back to Youssef. Youssef, 3-point attempt, and he's good. Falcons in a zone. Emily Suckling, young guard, kicking the ball in. Goes inside to 52. It's Jenna Cowell. She's one of their more experienced players. She loses the ball though, and down the other end, it's the Falcons. Youssef looking for the shot, doesn't go. Tigers come in quickly. It's back with Jenna Cowell, top of the key. 3-point shot misses. Another rebound to Claire Lambie. She's had the shooting yips lately, but she's certainly, as soon as she goes on the floor, she puts in a lot of energy. It's her 3rd or 4th rebound. 3-point attempt from Sarah Johnson, doesn't go. Both teams contest the ball. Eventually it goes out off a red Tiger's hand, and it's the Falcons from the side. Ball into Lambie. Lambie drives. She's open. And on the buzzer misses the shot. So at the end of the first quarter there, Maisie, Falcons are 33-8. So who are the players that you've liked so far? And why have you liked them?
I've always been a big fan of Tegan Cunningham. I just love how she plays and all. But Claire Lambie, I think, is doing incredible rebounding. Considering her height, she's not very tall, but against all the others, she's doing very well. She's
probably the smallest player on the court.
Yeah.
At this point in time. So it just shows you don't have to be the tallest to win the rebounds along the way. That's good. So we'll be back shortly after a couple of quick messages. And we're
Do you know
back.
which ones are the scores?
Sorry?
Which ones are
And we're back the second quarter. And Maisie will, in a minute, she'll run through the leading scorers. As Sarah Johnson for the Falcons brings the ball down the court, kicks it to Yusuf, over to Belusa in deep corner. She tries to hit Sally Lang, who'd posted up, but the pass was a little bit too far to the side. You ready?
So for the leading scores for the Waverley Falcons, we have Tegan Cunningham on 16 points and the Melbourne Tigers, Chloe Little on 4 points.
As Little turns the corner, tries to get her 6th point, misses. Yusuf with the ball brings it down. Lang had picked up the rebound on there. It's out with Lambie. Lambie, a 3-point attempt doesn't go. Yusuf contests it. And Belusa steps out of bound as she... No, Melbourne's player steps out of bound with the ball. So it's with the Falcons. Gone. And there's an defensive foul on
52.
Jenna Cow off the ball. Again, that's one of the other things that the refs have been asked to tighten up on this season, as Belusa kicks the 3-point attempt over the basket. Emily Suckling driving hard, but the Falcons are back. Now Jenna Cow drives, can't get in through the zone. Kicks it back out to Alex Pinau, over across to Geruso. Doesn't go. Falcons rebound the other end. Lambie's basket doesn't go, and Chloe Little, working hard, has picked up a foul. So Emily Suckling. Falcons staying in the zone, but very, very static in their zone at that point in time. They drifted off the player, left Suckling open. Luckily for them, she was unable to capitalise. Screen into Cunningham, out to Lang. Lang 3-point attempt. So far this season, Sally Lang hasn't been the force that she has been in the past, but it's probably just needing, because she had the year off last year, probably just needing to get a few games under her belt. Again, Falcons in the zone. Lang pushing hard against Little. Fouls. Score is 36-8. We might have a look at, for the first quarter, we might look at the leading rebounders there as well. So Maisie will look for those. Melbourne shot no good. Cunningham able to just tip the rebound off to Sarah Johnson. Johnson drives down the court, kicks to the Belusa in deep corner, 3 points.
So
yep.
For the leading rebounds, Waverley Falcons have Bridget Ardossi with 4 rebounds, and Emily Suckling and Adele Garuso, yep, both on 1 rebound each.
As the 3-point attempt comes in from the Tigers. So it's a 39-11 game, and Belusa drives. Basket in and out. Abby Lloyd on the court. Can't quite hold the rebound. Back with the Tigers, they're moving quickly. Suckling, very quick shot. 3-point attempt doesn't go. Belusa taps it out. And luckily came off Jenna Cowell on the way through. So Falcons ball. Ardrossi to inbound it over to Jacqueline Smith. Jacqueline Smith down to Blueser. Blueser to Lloyd. Lloyd has got a park to go in. No mistake there. Again, the danger of a full court press is that if you aren't aware at the back and the ball gets down the court quickly, great move there from Perry Kalka. Yeah, so if you're not aware, then you leave the opposition a very easy layup down the end. But Perry Kalka showing really good attacking moves there. She drove in and drew the foul. So Falcons coach Elias Paliano is probably not too concerned with the foul count, although with 6 minutes to go, you wouldn't want to see too many more fouls in the next minute. So 3-point play to Perry Kalka. And she's straight back, trapping, and they've forced the turnover, but Jenna Cow was unable to hold on to it. So Falcons ball into Ardrossi. Ardrossi looked at Cunningham. Cunningham wanted it. She still wants it. Now she's got it. 3-point attempt doesn't go, but Ardrossi gets the rebound, and it's come off the Tigers for another Falcons possession. So back with Ardrossi at the top of the key, over to Jacqueline Smith. She drives, tries to go through 3 players, no good. Certainly the Tigers are lifted this quarter, haven't they? They're starting to swarm in defence. And a fantastic basket there from Elena Gentile. 3 points. Ardrossi receives the pass in the middle of the court. Looks for Talia Higgs. Talia couldn't get in front of Cal. Ball goes down the other end, and the
on Jenna Cow, Melbourne Tigers.
Good pickup. So Falcons very lucky in that. An offensive foul call. Cunningham going baseline. And she draws the foul again. So, Cunningham at the line. I don't think she's missed anything. What's her free throw percentage here? Amazing.
No, she hasn't missed any of her free throw shots. Can she make it?
Oh, she's missed the first one. Nearly the steal from Cunningham. Tigers moving the ball very quickly around through hands. 3-point shot is good from Mel Pryor. So at this point I would say that the Tigers have probably won the quarter so far.
Yes.
As they force another turnover. Emily Suckling not quite able to beat Jackie Smith down the court. Pulls back. Now they're running their set. Through hands into Cow. Cow drives. Tries to go inside. Misses the target completely. Ardrossi with the intercept. Over to Higgs, but Higgs steps out of the court. No.
No.
I actually don't know what was called there.
Neither.
But it's the Falcons' ball. Jacqueline Smith driving, through traffic, doesn't get the basket. Oh, very sneaky move from Drossi. The rebound came out low. She just hit it behind her back and got it into the Falcons player. End result of all of that was no basket. But Tigers not able to capitalise. Talia Higgs gets the ball into Drossi. Another very smart no-look pass from Drossi to Cunningham. Cunningham 2 points. Pericalco with the ball. Too long in the backcourt. So another turnover to the Falcons. So this game today is brought to you courtesy of Stratford, Bendigo Bank, Play Safe, Mind IT Systems, Ava Media Solutions. As Cunningham misses the shot, Gemma Wright back on the court. Good to see her back. Gets the rebound. So Tigers need her drive. As Cow moves, oh, that's nearly a travel from Cow. She puts the shot up, it doesn't go. And comes off Jacqueline Smith, not able to control the rebound. So, the inbound play called by Grantley Bernhard actually worked. Cunningham got off the floor, nearly a foul, but Cow was unable to get the ball up and in. Instead it's gone outside. Cunningham the drive and the foul this time by Gemma Wright. So the second hard knock fall to the floor from Cunningham. Hopefully no damage done. As the Falcons look to get it, try to get it in through Bridget Drossi. Great move and pass, but too hot for Talia Higgs. The double team on Wright works. It's back with Cunningham. Cunningham 2 points. So she's shaken off that knock. Great screen from Cow. Pericalco in deep corner, left alone. Can't make it. Hayes on the court. Gets the rebound. Back to Smith. So the Falcons back to pretty much their starters. Shot goes up, doesn't go, and there's a foul behind the play. Gemma Wright called for a foul on Tegan Cunningham. That will put Cunningham at the line. Falcons now in the bonus. So for the next minute, nearly 2 minutes, the Tigers do not want a foul. Well, unusually for a girls' game, the floor wipers are getting a lot of work there. And Tegan Cunningham won't have minded that little bit of extra rest there, but she misses the first. Nails the second. So still shooting at a good percentage from the foul line. Oh, great move from the Tigers. Unfortunately, Hayes was able to get her fingertips on it. Falcons rebound the ball quickly. Talia Higgs had the ball knocked out of her hands, but it's still Falcons' possession. So Cunningham to inbound the ball. Talia Higgs, 2-point attempt doesn't go. Cunningham gets her fingers on it. Talia Higgs also, but pushes the ball out over the line. Ardrossi being very vocal with her teammates, telling them where she wants them to be. And the Falcons force a bad pass from the Tigers. Another turnover to them. So at half time, we'll get Maisie to go through the stats and give you the turnovers, the fouls, leading scorers, and the rebounds. As Drossi drives to the basket, two Tigers try and stop her, and foul. Chloe Little a little bit worse for wear on that one. First point, good. Missed the second, but Hayes tips it out to Cunningham. Cunningham to Higgs. Higgs to Smith, back to Cunningham for a three-point attempt. Three-point attempt doesn't go. Drossi almost with the rebound, bounces off her fingertips out of court. Melbourne ball over to Gemma Wright. Gemma Wright kicks back again down to Giarusso. Ball goes into Chloe Little. Back to Giarusso at the top. Kick through Gentile's hands into Kalka, into Little. Running out of time. There's 6 seconds on the clock. Gemma Wright up for 2 points. Fantastic, fantastic basket. Good ball movement, nice and patient. Basket scored with 4 seconds on the clock. Falcons coach is not wanting. There you go. Gemma Wright gets the rebound, running hard down the floor. Switches sides, kicks it out. 3-point attempt, missed. Drossi gets the ball with 2.5 seconds on the clock. Down to Higgs, can't quite get there in time. Scores after the basket, basket won't count. So we'll be back very shortly after a word from our sponsor. Okay, joining us now with in commentary is Mia. Mia is one of Maisie's teammates, so she's going to be helping Maisie go through the stats for the first half. So Maisie and Mia, over to you two guys.
Well, firstly for the Falcons, on the rebounds, we have Cunningham on 7, Katie on 1, Sarah Johnston on 1, Talia Higgs on 3, Marley Hayes on 2, Claire Lambie on 3, Abby Lloyd on 1, Sally Lang on 1, Jacqueline Smith on 2, Nardine Youssef on 1, and Bridget Ardossi on 6.
And for the Tigers,
we have Emily Suckling on 1, Eileen Gentile on 2, Gemma Wright with none, Chloe Little on 3, Perry Carcal on 3, Adele Giarusso on none, Melissa Pryor on 1, Alexander Pinot on none, and Jenna Cowell on none.
For the assists for the Waverley Falcons, we have Tegan Cunningham on 2, Katie Bulzer on 1, Sarah Johnston on 1, Talia Higgs on 1, Marley Hayes on 1, Claire Lambie on 1, Sally Lang on 1, Jacqueline Smith on 2, and Bridget Ardossi on 3.
For the Tigers, yeah.
So Emily Suckling on 1, Eileen Gentile on 2, Gemma Wright on 2, Chloe Little on 1, Perry Carcal on 0, Adele Giaroso on 0, Melissa Pryor on 1, Alexander Panu on 0, and Jenna Colwell on 0.
And our leading shooters for the Falcons?
We have Tegan Cunningham on 23, and then we have Bridget Ardossi on 7.
And for the Tigers?
We have Eileen Gentile on 6, and Melissa Pryor on 5.
And for the turnovers, we have we have Bridget Ardossi with 4 turnovers.
And we have Emily Suckling with 3, Melissa Pryor on 3, and Jenna Colwell on 3.
And of course the thing that the Grantley Bernard, the coach of the Tigers, would be very concerned about is the actual number of turnovers that the Tigers got. So they've got 12 turnovers to the Falcons 8. And the Falcons, of course, not only are they putting up a lot more shots, but they're also shooting at a much higher percentage. So they're shooting at 42%. Tigers are shooting at a low 28. So that's really not where they want to be. And again, free throws. There's a huge difference in the free throw count there as well, with the Falcons picking up 13 attempts, making 10 out of the 13, so at a reasonable rate of 77%, whereas the Tigers have only had 1 free throw, made it, so the percentage is looking good, but the number of free throws is not. So Falcons dominating every stat at this point in time. And with the minute and a half to go, we're still waiting to see the Tigers back on court. So last night the Victorian Youth Championship Women's game was between the Waverley Falcons and Hume City Broncos. Falcons being victorious there, and Marley Kernich-Drew absolutely starring for the Falcons. She finished with a game high 23 points and something like 13 rebounds. And just as we come into the last 40 seconds, we get the Tigers coming back to the court. And they need to be quick. Refs probably not be likely to give them too much latitude. Waverley's waiting patiently for them.
So coming into the third quarter, we have Waverley Falcons on 49 and Melbourne Tigers on 22.
Although much better quarter there from the Tigers. As the Falcons started off, Tigers start in the zone. Drossi gets the rebound, kicks it up, and is in.
Good intercept from Drossi there, just tipping the ball.
So Gemma Wright inbounds the ball, kicks it across to Kalka. Kalka looking for options, kicks it back to the top. Emily Suckling drives, steps back, looks for a three-point attempt, doesn't go. Talia Higgs picks up the rebound across to Smith. Smith driving hard down the floor. Gemma Wright gets the hand in, and now the ball's going back the other way. Doesn't quite get the result they were after. 32. Mel Pryor takes the shot. Doesn't go. Now the ball back with the Falcons. Jacqueline Smith slowing it down. Again, 2 points to Marley Hayes. Now, just from noticing that last defensive set of the Tigers, it looked like they were trying to drop two players onto Cunningham. As Pryor spins, gets the ball inside into Chloe Little. Chloe Little gets the 2 points. So again, yes, into Drossi, and Drossi makes the basket. Yeah, so there seems to be a definite ploy here that every time Cunningham gets the ball, Coach Bernard's obviously instructed his players to double team. Talia Higgs overplays the intercept. It's gone out to deep corner. 32 takes the shot. It's Mel Pryor, doesn't go. Hayes coming down the floor, gives it to her teammate in Talia Higgs, and the 2 points are good. Higgs and Hayes have played together all the way through Youth League and now into the Champ Women team, so they've got a good understanding of each other. Gemma Wright at the top of the key, looking for options, gets it into Pryor. Pryor into Little. Little on Drossi. Drossi just lets her go. Drossi is obviously not wanting to pick up too many fouls at this point in time, particularly with the change in the way the refs are calling the game. That was a fantastic move there from the big Drossi. She cut the centre of the key, ball came in, immediately kicked it out into the Talia Higgs. Higgs with the 2 points. Down the other end, Hayes fouls on Gemma Wright. So the first foul of the quarter. So Mia, what are you liking out of this this game so far?
I think they're playing really well, and I think how the Waverley Falcons got a really good lead at the start was really good, and now they're ahead by a lot, and the players they're playing is really, they're really good. Yeah.
Cool, as Gruntley Bernhard calls, no, actually it was Elias Palianos has called a timeout.
I have to say that the Melbourne Tigers defence has them trying to double team Cunningham. It's working, but they're just letting too many other shots from other players go through.
And of course it is the Melbourne Tigers, not the Melbourne Tigers.
Right.
Melbourne Tigers, of course, are a domestic team. And are they the team that... Oh, it's a team that Mia plays for. So that's good to see. So obviously, Mia, you know all about double teaming, do you?
Yes.
Yes. So as the refs bring the players in, it's rather a blowout at this point in time, 59-26. So yeah, it looks like honour's fairly even in the second quarter, so hopefully the Tigers can keep that up as Gemma Wright misses the first. And she makes the second. Long pass from Drossi to Cunningham down the other end, and Cunningham good enough to put it in as she was a little off balance. Gemma Wright guarded by Smith, screen by Kalka, right across the floor.
Good intercept by Cunningham.
Off to Adrossi into Smith. Skip pass to Cunningham. Cunningham 3-point attempt is short. Picked up by Talia Higgs. Doesn't go. Rebound by Higgs is knocked out of court by the Tigers, by Gemma Wright. So Hayes to bring the ball in. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Cunningham, 2-point shot, doesn't go. Hayes manages to tip the ball out. However, it is a foul on Talia Higgs. Ref's probably in the wrong position there to see that elbow came up. Cunningham nearly the steal. Ball's gone into 52 Jenna Cowd. Good enough to get through the Falcons' bigs. 2 points, and she manages to foul Ardrossi on the way back down the court. So it's a 61-29 game with 5.5 minutes to go in the third. Ball goes into Ardrossi, not a good pass in there, but she's good enough to get it into Higgs. Higgs' shot doesn't go. Oh, Melbourne players all over the back of Tegan Cunningham. Cunningham really smart though, felt the contact, just drove the ball into the ground and used the body to make space on the court, causing the contact foul. And she's missed her first. So that good shooting from the foul line has deserted her in the last 10 minutes or so. Makes the second. So for those juniors watching, that was a really good example of why coaches don't want you to immediately put the ball up when you get the rebound under the ring there. Just take your time on it. And turn over to the Falcons. Again, another bad pass from the Tigers. Tigers again back into a zone. They're running a 2-3 zone. Cunningham makes the centre. Ball goes into her. Oh, almost a very good pass into... so that was Drossi into Cunningham. Marley Hayes with a 3-point shot outside. And there's a tech foul. Looks to be on the bench or the coach. May not be. We'll just find out who the tech foul was on. Okay, sorry, so that was on the Falcons. That was on Tegan Cunningham. And again, not something that I want to give away too much. So Drossi takes a break. Lang on for the first time in the second half. As Cunningham tries to learn why the call was made. Right with the ball, kicks it across to Suckling. Suckling looking for options. Nothing on for her. She has to dribble. Guarded by Lambie. Shot from Chloe Little over the top of Sally Lang is good. Hayes with the ball into Lang. Lang works. Cunningham picks up the rebound that came off hands and scores 2 points. Good defense from Jacqueline Smith. The Falcons back in the zone as well. 52. Jenna Cowell beats the zone. Marley Hayes not guarding the inside cut. Scores the basket.
Melbourne Tigers getting a catching up here.
Yes, or even the Melbourne Tigers there, Maisie. As the Falcons pick up another basket. But yes, they're playing a lot more competitively, aren't they?
Someday.
Again, the Falcons in the zone. 2-3 zone. Wright looks at the shot, not on. Kalko, however, will take it and scores the 3. So Falcons probably need to extend their zone out a fraction further to stop those 3-point attempts. As Cunningham drives all through traffic. Absolutely no. That was going to be in right from the moment she picked the ball up. And again, leaving the shooter fairly open with the Falcons. This time Kalka's shot, no, it wasn't Kalka's shot, it was Pino's shot. It was not off target, but they've got the basket. And again, Chloe Little, the 22-year-old, keeping the Tigers in the game. Ball into Lang, great pass from Lang into Cunningham. Super quick pass. You saw her inside there, and 2 points to Cunningham. Little going to work again on Lang. Ball's out with Suckling. Suckling over to Cowell. Cross back to right. Right's 3-point doesn't go. Rebound Falcons. Attempted long pass down to Lambie. Was picked off by Wright. Cal driving on. She's got the mismatch on Lambie. Suckling with a 3-point attempt. Doesn't go. Hayes with the rebounds. Kicks it out to Lambie. Lambie driving. She'll go to the basket. Blocked. Blocked by Penal. So Waverley ball. Subs in, Hayes off and Smith off. Drossi and Yusuf back on. Cunningham also taking a break, and so Sarah Johnson on for Cunningham. Yusuf asking for the ball. Should have come in quicker. Should have come in quicker from Sarah Johnson. Gave the Melbourne defence too much time to reach over around Yusuf. Gemma Wright calling the play. Off to Suckling, out to Cowell, into Little. Little on Lang. Doesn't go. Good defence from Lang that time. Back up the top with Suckling. Wright down to Cowell in the big corner. She drives in.
Have to say the Melbourne Tigers are definitely catching up here.
Yeah, it's probably not enough to make the difference, but they're certainly showing a lot more fight. Falcons turn the ball over in their backcourt, so Tigers are still in offense. Over to Wright, back to Cowell. Cowell across to Pryor. Pryor makes no mistake, 3-point attempt.
Cannot leave the Melbourne Tigers open.
Now I know that Yusuf with a 2-point shot. I know that probably it's Coach Ilya Panianis's strategy that when Lang is on the court that they go into a zone, but they may need to have a think about the zone that they're actually playing as Mel Pryor picks up 2 points. 3-point shot from Claire Lambie doesn't go. She's good enough to pick up the rebound. It's with Drossi through Yusuf, 2 points. And hope that should have been an assist to Yusuf. As Mel Pryor puts up a Hail Mary right at the end, and she misses everything. So we'll be back very shortly, and the girls will give you a rundown of the leading scorers and leading rebounders. Okay, so we're just waiting on the stats, but as soon as we get the stats, we'll bring you the leading scorers and leading rebounders. Now, in a little bit of time, let me see. It looks like this game is going fairly quickly, so we'll have plenty of time between games. But at 2:30, we have the state champ men. State champ men are taking on Eltham, and this looks to be a cracker of a game. Falcons last night beat Werribee in a very high-scoring game. There was over 200 points scored in the game, and Eltham had a good hit out as well. I'm not quite certain what the result of that game was, but Certainly when I was looking at it, they were a very, very close game. And this is Trevor Lee's first game at the Falcons' Nest as the head coach of the Eltham Wildcats. Previously, he's been the head coach of the Diamond Valley Youth League team, state champ youth men. And a very, very successful reign he had there, taking them to, I think it was 3 championships before deciding to take on the challenge of the top men. And we're back into the game. So Tigers go in through Cow over the top of Lang, scores the 2 points. So it's a 76-47 game as Yusuf drives, looks over for Johnson on the wing. Lang rebounds in and out, gets the rebound again, out to Yusuf, back to Cunningham at the top. So just settling it down, they've got 15 seconds on the shot. Yusuf cuts in centre, shot goes up, Cunningham almost with the rebound, comes off little and drops back to the Tigers. Wright brings it down but passes to Drossi. Not a good pass there. Back to Yusuf, back to Cunningham. Cunningham, easy layup, missed. Double teaming Cow, making it hard for her to get the ball out. She does. Yusuf and Johnson double teaming, but hand in the back. Yes, even in a football field, that would have been called a foul. So, first foul on the Falcons in this quarter, 76-47. I think they used to call that a push in the back on the football field. Gemma Wright looking for options, kicks it out. Ball goes inside to Little. Little's shot doesn't go over Lang. Back out to Cunningham. Yusuf running the floor really hard. Drags her player, which leaves Cunningham open for the jumper. 2 shots. And again, great example there of you don't have to be playing with the ball in your hand. You can still do creative things off the ball that open up the options. As the shot from the Tigers goes over the ring, Cunningham picking up the dregs, goes into Yusuf. Yusuf looking for options, gets Drossi over to Cunningham. Cunningham 3-point shot doesn't go. Ball inside, knocked inside by Johnson. Johnson into Yusuf. Yusuf back to Drossi, back to Yusuf. Drossi picks up the rebound and the foul on Gemma Wright. So Drossi at the line. Makes the first. And the second. And the second. So Drossi previously had been shooting at 83%, so she's now hit 7 out of 8 free throws. Pericalca coming off the screen, drives, floats the ball up, doesn't go. Cunningham with the rebound. Kicks the ball down to Abby Lloyd. Abby Lloyd, shot doesn't go. Drossi with a tip, rebound, kicks it back to Lloyd. Lloyd's shot in and out. Cunningham with a rebound. Settle it down, back to Johnson. Back into Drossi, into Lloyd. Lloyd, the basket and the foul. Great work there from Drossi. She's certainly not concerned with being the top scorer on the team, but making the team better. And certainly in an interview we had with the girls, actually, I think Mia, you actually interviewed her last time, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And I think that was one of the things that she said in that interview, that the reason why she likes playing with these guys is to make them a better team, to teach them and assist them become better players.
Yes, she did.
You missed out on the interview though with Tegan, didn't you?
Yes.
So that's your challenge.
Shot 32.
Right rebound from Cunningham, huge pass over to Adrossi to Yusuf. Yusuf just misses the layup. Ball coming back the other way. Down into Cal. Cal in the corner with a two-shot attempt, doesn't go. 3 Falcons rebounding it, and the foul on the way through. That was on Mel Pryor. And looks to be a tech on her as well. No, it looks like it is a tech on the Falcons. So the 2 fouls will cancel themselves out, so it'll go with possession. Doesn't look like they're going to do that. They're giving the shots to the shots to Suckling. She misses the first. And the second. Gets the second. So it's the Tigers' ball. Right to Suckling into Cowell. Right runs a curl to deep corner. Picks the ball up, drives through. Off to Suckling into Cowell. Cowell can't hold on to it. But a foul is called on Katie Bluzo. Ball comes into Little shot doesn't go. Rebound Blueser off to Johnson. Johnson running the floor hard. Gets the ball down to Yusuf in deep corner. Yusuf takes the basket, gives the ball off to Abby Lloyd. Abby Lloyd scores. Right, taking on Cunningham. Across the floor, gets the Cowell. Cowell drives, takes on Abby Lloyd, doesn't go. Rebound Johnson, and the foul there by Alina Gentile. I'll be there in a minute, later.
Mr. Clark, that is my score.
I'm out.
And the girls will pick up the commentary for the next couple of minutes, and we'll see you very shortly.
That was amazing sports.
Okay, so you talk about it again.
We still don't have the sheets. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, Mia, I think that the Waverley Falcons are doing very well, especially Tegan Cunningham in the second quarter, scoring 23 points.
Yeah, they had a great lead then, but I guess Melbourne's starting to catch up. Can't leave them undefended. Melbourne has obviously given up on the double teaming of Tegan Cunningham.
Yes. Okay, we have the Waverley Falcons back on the court. So the stats the top scorer for the Waverley Falcons is Tegan Cunningham on 34 points. And for the Melbourne Tigers, we have Chloe Little on 12 points. So we've got So Cunningham with the ball, she drives and gets the foul.
You know, I have to say, these players are pretty nice. They're helping others up, even if they're not on their team.
And their 12-2s jump into action. Unusual for them to be needed in a girls' game. But they're doing a fantastic job.
The floor wiper there happens to be my sister.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So the Hammond clan.
So Cunningham gets the first one in. And gets the second. She's been shooting at a 67% rate, making 8 out of 11.
And the foul there on Sarah Johnson is the Falcons' 5th, so it takes Chloe Little to the line. So both teams now in bonus with 5.5 minutes to go. So we could have a slow end of the game as Chloe gets the first.
And she makes the second. So we have Sarah Johnson with the ball, down to Katie, back to Sarah. And
Dean looks inside to Cunningham. Cunningham turns the corner and 2 points. Gemma Wright looking for options, gets Cal. Down to Little. And Elena Gentile steps out of court with the ball.
so
Yusuf turns the corner. 2 points.
2 points.
Back with Gemma Wright.
So Gemma Wright dribbling down the court, get double teamed by Cunningham. Oh, and she gets the travel.
Yeah, just trying to force her way through that double team, and the ref considers she's probably moved a pivot foot or dragged a back foot as she's got through there.
So we have a Falcons side ball.
Jacqueline Smith is replacing Cunningham. And Lambie's back on the court.
Lambie with the ball, down to Ardossi. Ardossi drives, and she gets the foul. So we have Ardossi at the line. Her free throw rate, she's shooting at an 88% with 7 out of 8 so far. She misses the first, hits the side of the ring. And she gets the second. So Gemma Wright with the ball. Into Little. Little turns and 2 points. We have Jacqueline Smith with the ball. Ooh, very well intercepted there by Gemma Wright. So we have Adele with the ball down to Puri. Intercepted. We've got
Dossie.
And Dossie called for the foul. Lucky not to get a tech. She felt it was a fair contest.
So we have a Melbourne Tigers side ball. So we have Gemma Wright with the ball down to Puri.
So for those of you who wonder why that wasn't a shoot, didn't result in shots. It was deemed as an offensive foul. Abby Lloyd, however, trying to defend Gemma Wright as she goes to the basket, does pick up the foul, so Gemma Wright will go to the line. Again, remembering that in just over 40 minutes time, or just around 40 minutes time, we'll have the state champ men for you. Waverley taking on the might of the Eltham Wildcats as Gemma gets the second.
So we have Smith with the ball down to Yusuf into Ardossi. Smith with the ball, and she gets the foul.
So foul called on the Tigers.
And Cunningham on, and
So
Yusuf
Yusuf.
off.
Jacqueline Smith goes for has a free throw. Right.
So Jacqueline at the line. She misses the first, unfortunately. But she gets the second. So we have Gemma Wright with the ball, being defended by Cunningham. Over to Puri, down to Little, and a three-point shot. Very well done by Alexandra. So we've got.
So I think that was just called a 2. It's only going up as 2 on the
There you go.
scoreboard.
Claire Lambie takes a shot, three-point shot, just misses it. Gemma Wright with the ball.
Lambie with the
very
intercept.
well intercepted by Lambie.
She drives.
Takes the drive and gets the foul.
Yes, Lambie over the years has been a very, very good outside shooter. However, for the first 3 weeks this season, she's just going through a dry patch.
So Lambie misses the first. Usually she can get these in quite well. And she gets the second. So we've got Gemma Wright with the ball. Back to Alexander. Back to Gemma. And, ooh.
Lucky not to pick up that foul there is Abby Lloyd as she had her hand in the back of the player. Lambie.
Claire Lambie gets this foul.
Yeah, assist, or almost an assist there from Jacqueline Smith as the Falcons rebounded quickly down the floor. We've got Cunningham back on the floor for the last couple of minutes. And with 2 minutes 41 seconds to go, we may even see the very rare, as Lambie misses the first, may see the very rare event of a 100-point in the girls' game.
And
she
Lambie
gets
gets
the
the second. So we've got Gemma Wright with the ball. And Little. Ooh, and we have Jacqueline Smith got the foul. So it is a Melbourne Tigers 2 shots. We have Chloe Little at the line.
Chloe has also been shooting fairly well from the line.
Yes, she has. Her.
Yep. As she gets the first one, you're going to tell me her shooting percentage?
Her shooting percentage is. No.
Oh, okay. There you go. Her shooting percentage is 100%. Because I thought she had actually taken some other free throws, but no.
So
they
did
were her
I.
first. So 57 plays 95.
So Dossie
And-
gets the 2 points. Very well driven in there.
So one three-pointer, two field goals, and the Falcons have in triple points for the first time this season. as Cunningham is running hard down the floor, having picked up the rebound. She kicks it across to Smith. Smith's 2-point shot doesn't go. Rebounded by Wright. Wright can't keep hold of it, and it's now a Falcons ball. You do it.
So we have a sub. We have Yusuf on for Ardossi. And yes. So Cunningham with the ball. Down to
Lloyd.
Lloyd misses. Back to Gemma. Slows it down.
Right to Kalka. Kalka's 2-point shot doesn't go. Lloyd picks up the rebound. Long pass down to
Claire.
Claire. Too hot for her. She doesn't, not able to run onto it.
So you have Wright dribbling down the court with the ball. Being double teamed here. Surprised that wasn't a foul. Little with the ball. Can't get the 2 points. And we had Jeruso getting the 2 points there. So we have Smith with the ball. Down to Yusuf. Back to Smith. Down to Lambie. Lambie takes a 3-pointer and makes it. So we have the Waverley Falcons at 100 points.
Now, if this doesn't make the highlights on the Big V shows this week, Cal, I'm calling you out. Cal and Justin, Nathan, calling you out. You've definitely got to be highlighting this particular game from the Falcons.
Yes, well, the girls have played very well, getting 100 points. So we have a Melbourne Tigers end ball. Down to Jeruso. Back to Gemma Wright. Very well intercepted by Yusuf. But it just could not hold on to the ball. So we have a Melbourne Tigers side ball. So we got to Wright. Down to Little. Again, very well intercepted by Yusuf. Dribbling down the court. Ooh, we have
Smith to Yusuf.
back to Yusuf. And she gets the 2 points.
Wright brings it up.
So Wright passes to Kelka. She just can't hold on to it. So you have a Waverley Falcons side ball. So we've got Smith bringing the ball down. Down to Yusuf. Back to Lloyd. Lloyd, long pass to Claire Lambie.
Out to Lloyd. Lloyd, 2 points.
2 points. So we have Jeruso with the ball. Down to Kalka. Back to Wright. With 10 seconds on the shot clock, the Melbourne Tigers need to make their move.
Offensive foul.
We have Wright getting an offensive foul, a charge. So we have a Falcons side ball.
And Waverley not bothering to take the timeout and advance the ball.
So with 6 seconds on the clock, can we get the last 2 points? No, we can't.
And the Hail Mary from Wright doesn't get there. So well done, and thank you to our two commentators, co-commentators, Mia and Maisie.
Pleasure.
From the under 14s here, and we'll sign off and be back ever so shortly with the next game.